Hello, Gogokid teacher friends. Teacher Christy here with some exciting news about changes coming for your trials. Stay tuned for more. So, as we were told last month in December, changes are coming for the trials, and this week is when it happens. Beginning January 9th, we will be able to adjust levels for our trial classes. This is really exciting for me because you'll be able to now make sure your student is in the appropriate level based on their skills and abilities. The trial lessons will mostly remain the same, but there will be some new information and slides added to the beginning of each trial class. Each trial will start out with the hello page as usual. Following the hello page, there will be a common song that will be the same among all of the levels. Starting on slide 3 is where the changes begin. Slide 3 will start our assessment slides. The very first assessment slide that you see will be based on the initial level that was assigned. So if you were initially assigned a level 1 trial, this assessment slide will be at the level 1 level for the student. You complete the slide and then make a decision based on the student's performance. Was the slide just right? Was it too easy? Or was it too hard? If you choose too easy, the next slide you're given will be a level 2 slide for assessment. If you choose that the initial slide was too hard, you'll be given a K2 level assessment slide next. It's really important to make that initial choice very carefully because you can only adjust the trials in one direction or another. If you say that the level 1 was too hard for the student, and you get to the level K2 slide, you cannot then say that K2 is too easy and go back up to level 1. The only options you will have on that second slide will be either just right or too hard again, which will allow it to adjust down one more level. So very important to know that your trials can only be adjusted either up or down. You cannot adjust up and then back down. You will only be able to adjust the level up to 2 times per lesson, and after that second adjustment, that will be where you are set. In some cases, you will only be able to adjust once. If you start with a K2 slide and the lesson is too difficult, K1 is the only step down. So obviously you'll only be able to adjust one step down to K1, and then that level will be assigned for the completion of the trial course. If you start at a K1 level, you will only be given the options of either just right or too easy because there is nothing that comes before K1. It's very important that you do not skip slides until the assessment period is finished. Please make sure that you complete these assessments in their entirety and that you make very careful selections when leveling your student. It's also very, very important that you take the time to become familiar with all 6 trial level slides. Because of this new assessment structure, it is very likely that you may not end up teaching the lesson that the class was initially assigned as. So you need to make sure that you are familiar with at least 2 levels down and 2 levels up from the class that you are assigned. It's my suggestion that you spend a little time with all 6 trial level lessons and really take the time to get to know these lessons and to prepare for them. I think it's a great idea to go ahead and put together some prop packs so you have easy grab and go of your props depending on which level you end up with. Of course, there's some basic props that can be used for any level, such as a whiteboard, a puppet, maybe a microphone or a star wand. But it's also a good idea to have at least a few level specific props as well. Personally, I have prop boxes prepared for all 6 trial levels. So no matter what trial I am assigned, I can very quickly grab the box that corresponds to the level, and all of my props needed are all contained in this box, ready to go. It makes it very easy and keeps the lesson fun and engaging for the student. Now let's take a few minutes to very quickly look over the various assessment slides for each trial. This is what the assessment slides will look like. Each trial lesson will start out with the greeting slide as usual, depending on which level was initially assigned to the student. The second slide will be the hello song. This will be a common song that will be the same no matter which level your student starts out on. This is just a warm-up activity. You don't have to ask your students to sing along. This is the K1 assessment slide. On this slide, you or the student can click the start button on the machine and a gumball will appear. You will ask the student, what color is it? If the student cannot understand what you are asking or cannot answer your question, then they are ready for this level. If the student can understand your question and can answer you in a complete sentence, this level is too easy and they need to move up to level K2. This is the K2 level assessment slide. On this slide, you will ask the student questions about the various body parts. If they cannot understand your question, then this level is too difficult and they need to move down. If the student can understand the question but cannot read the answer or cannot answer in a complete sentence, then this is the appropriate level for that student. If the student can understand your question and can answer in a complete sentence, then this lesson is too easy and they need to move up. Here is the assessment slide for level 1. You will ask the students different questions to check their knowledge on flavors and taste. Again, if they cannot understand the question, it's too difficult. If they can understand question 1, but can't read or answer question number 2, then they are ready for this level. And if they are able to answer all lessons in complete sentences and show good knowledge on the subject, they are ready to move up to level 2. Here is the level 2 assessment slide. There is no animation on this slide. You'll ask the student different questions to assess their knowledge of family members. If the students cannot understand what you are asking, the level is too difficult and they will need to move down. If they can understand your questions but can't answer in complete sentences, then this is the appropriate level for that student. If they can understand the questions, answer in complete sentences, and show good knowledge of the subject, then this lesson is too easy and they are ready to move up to level 3. Here is your level 3 assessment slide. You'll ask the student to click each word to show a new picture. You can then click the word again to minimize the picture. You'll ask the student to read each slide and then ask them to circle mountain, island, and glacier. Ask the student questions such as, what is the highest type of landform? And how are plains different from mountains? If the student cannot read the slide or they can read it, however they struggle with pronunciation, then the student needs a lower level. If the student can read the slide but struggles with comprehension or struggles with responding in complete sentences, then this is the appropriate level for that student. And if the student can read, they show knowledge and comprehension, and they can respond in complete sentences, the student is ready to move up to level 4. And here is your level 4 trial slide. Again, you will ask the student to click each word to show a picture. Ask the student to read the sentences located on each picture, and ask the student some various questions about the picture. If the student can read the slide but struggles, the student needs a lower level. If the student can read but struggles with answering incomplete sentences, then the student is ready for this level. So in summary, changes are coming January 9th. You will be able to adjust your trial level to suit the needs of your student. You will be able to adjust at most 2 times, and you can only adjust either up or down. You cannot go back and forth Don't forget to preview all 6 trial lessons so you are prepared for whatever level your student lands on, and make sure you've got some props prepared for each of those levels. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment and I will help you the best that I can. If you're not already a Gogokid teacher, what are you waiting for? Come join us. We are growing like crazy and the students are there and waiting for you. You can contact me by either sending me an email at the email address listed in the comments, or you can go ahead and apply by clicking my referral link down below. I'm happy to walk you through the process and share the multitude of resources I have prepared for all of my referrals. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.